This is your AESH Energy News Minute for Tuesday, December 13, 2022. In mainstream news, CNBC reports U.S. pledges to ramp up supplies of natural gas to Britain as Biden and Sunak seek to cut off Russia. The UK and US are forming a new energy partnership focused on boosting energy security and reducing prices. In a statement Wednesday, the UK government said the new partnership would drive work to reduce global dependence on Russian energy exports, stabilize energy markets, and step up collaboration on energy efficiency, nuclear and renewables. The UK-US Energy Security and Affordability Partnership, as it's known, will be directed by a UK-US Joint Action Group, headed up by officials from both the White House and UK government. Bloomberg headline: TC Energy says no timeline yet for restart of Keystone Pipeline. TC Energy said on Friday it is evaluating plans to return its Keystone Pipeline to service after it leaked 14,000 barrels of oil into a Kansas creek, the largest crude spill in the United States in nearly a decade. Crews in Kansas continued cleanup efforts on Friday from the breach, the cause of which remained unknown. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) said on Friday it expects oil removal activities to extend into next week. TC Energy was expected to restart flows on the segment of the pipeline extending to Patoka, Illinois, Bloomberg News reported earlier, citing sources. The company also planned to restart additional sections as soon as December 20. The Financial Times reports Europe must boost grid to cope with renewable power surge, warns Eon chief. Wall Street Journal headline: China's Xi Jinping pledges more energy deals with Gulf producers. Chinese leader Xi Jinping used the last day of a visit to Saudi Arabia to pledge more energy deals with big Gulf oil producers, promising to buy more crude and start paying for some of it with Chinese currency. Using the Chinese currency, the yuan, for oil deals would chip away at the supremacy of the US dollar, which used in most oil contracts around the world and underpins most Gulf state currencies. The Saudis and the Chinese accelerated talks around yuan purchases earlier this year as ties between Washington and Riyadh came under strain, the Wall Street Journal has reported. The Saudis on Friday declined to confirm they would carry out yuan oil deals. Forbes headline: India is set to become a leader in renewable energy, says Renew Power CEO. When it comes to the moving to clean sources of energy, India is often seen as a country that has a long way to go. According to recent data from the Global Carbon Project, Indian emissions are actually projected to increase by 6% in 2022, mostly due to a large increase in coal emissions, as well as higher oil use, as the transport sector recovers from the pandemic. But the chairman and CEO of India's largest renewable energy company, Renew Power, Sumant Sinha, said he believes his country has been quite progressive in its approach to clean energy and could become an example for a lot of the other developing countries to follow a similar model. BBC reports North Star raises £140 million to boost renewables fleet. Scottish shipping firm North Star has raised £140 million from investors to support the expansion of its fleet for offshore wind projects in the North Sea. The money includes a £50 million commitment from the Scottish National Investment Bank, as well as other investors. The Aberdeen-based firm aims to add 40 new service operations vessels (SOVs) to its fleet by 2040. North Star entered the offshore wind market last year after winning long-term SOV contracts for the Dogger Bank wind farm. As a result, 4 new vessels will be delivered from 2023, financed by a £127 million facility secured from Allianz Global Investors. EnergyLiveNews.com reports Shell injects £1.2 billion into its retail arm. Shell has reportedly given its British retail arm nearly £1.2 billion of financial backing this year. That's according to the financial results of the company, which show that Shell Energy's loss rose to £102.4 million in 2021, from £83.6 million a year earlier. A filing published earlier this week suggests Shell Energy Retail received capital in installments of £20 million, £177 million and £288 million, while having access to a working capital facility totaling £680 million. UK's utilities have been hit by fluctuations in energy prices since the end of 2021. The market volatility led to many bankruptcies, including Bulb, which was put into special administration before being acquired by Octopus. This has been your AESH Energy News Minute for Tuesday, December 13, 2022. If you want more global energy news and real-time alerts, hit the subscribe button now and follow us on social media.